you were planning and going, right, no, I'm going to change this. I'm definitely going to work towards something new, even if you weren't knowing what that something new was. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a general reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, whatever area of your chart that you're wanting to look at. And if you're not familiar with your chart, there is a link in the description down below. If you've seen my videos before, well, one, welcome back, and you know all the bit I'm about to say. But if you've not seen them before, my readings are a tad different to some of the other readings that you'll find on YouTube because one, it's either all for you or not for you. There is a past and a present in this spread, and if the past and the present don't fit, then don't try and make it fit. Go and have a look at your birth chart, link down below, and look at your rising sign, look at your moon sign. In fact, always really look at your rising sign. In ancient astrology, it was the most important one. Having said that, it's a general reading, so general reading rules do apply, as in timing is far from absolute. Roles can be reversed. I can think I'm talking about you and actually be talking about somebody else, and vice versa if someone else appears in the reading, because the cards don't come with name tags. Yeah, ask a question prior to the reading. I'll basically think about all of the questions that are floating around you at the moment. Focus on one of them because that gives energy to the process, which hopefully my reading will return to you, but if not, the universe will find a way. But be aware of all of the questions that you identify, because the cards will answer whatever they please and not necessarily what you and I think are the most important ones. Now, a little bit of housekeeping. There's also a link down there. All the details about the reading are down there. There's a link down there to a Facebook group, page, I say group every time, page for this channel. I post these videos, obviously, but the astrology videos that I'm watching and getting information from, and some other readers and stuff. So yeah, come join in, have a look, see what you like, and you can learn the astrology and know what I'm on about when I start to mention things that I'm probably getting wrong, because I am not an astrologer, which is why I post the astrology videos. There's also, I will be doing this month Chinese zodiac readings. I've been doing Western and Chinese combination readings, which in a few days I will have opportunity to get back to more of those. I've had some requested, so I need to crack on with them. I've started doing a solar degree reading. It's not going to be daily, but I did one yesterday and I've done one today for all the images associated with yesterday 9 degrees Cancer, so yeah, solar degree. Today 10 degrees Cancer, and as I'm doing this, Saturn also re-enters Capricorn, so I've had a look at the degree for that one and all the images associated with it. They make quite interesting readings, to be honest. So I suppose there would be, if mundane astrology looks at world events, then I'm doing mundane tarot readings, which to me sounds like an oxymoron, but hey ho. Right, I think that's all of the I think that's all the housekeeping. Otherwise, if you like what you see with the reading here, do please press the like button. If you're new here and you like it, press subscribe and the notifications bell, or join the Facebook group, or both. But the most important thing is please do comment, because it's always reassuring to get some form of feedback, so I don't feel like I'm just sat talking nonsense to my laptop. Right, let me bring the cards up. Now, the angel energy we have covering over this is the Angel of Power. The power of divine love protects and enfolds me, and that's an image that I want you to keep in your mind during all of this. We are in one of your new beginning phases of life, and bear in mind you can have several new beginnings a week. You know, so I do always feel like it's a little bit corny when a tarot reader going, oh, and you'll have a complete new beginning, because I'm saying it all the time, but we have. New Moon Beginnings card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle, and Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the main deck. So you are building up towards a new beginning that is being inspired at the moment. Something where you are, how to interpret this? You are gaining recognition, but it's almost like that recognition is secret. So either you have some form of project that only a few people are aware about and you've been keeping it under wraps, or whatever it is that you're doing has been noticed by some people that you're not aware that they have noticed it yet. And I'm feeling that that's a good thing. It feels like it's a creative process. We have Mycale, a witch of Thessaly, a region of ancient Greece known for its magic. And the witches of Thessaly are the origin of the ritual for drawing down the moon that you'll see in modern day Wicca. Now, what the Mycale card is telling me is focus on your reputation in your profession and expanding that. And it feels like you're ready to do that in spades. We have the King of Wands here, clarified by King of Stones, so King of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. So there is almost like, through work that you have been doing on your own, you are ready to surge forward and create a, new beginning for yourself. As corny as that sounds, but create a whole new, it's almost like you want to create a whole new song for people to sing to, listen to. There's something that I feel that you're doing that you've recently been inspired on doing, and you was waiting for this inspiration. It's almost like you've been made complete by this inspiration because you went through some form of transformation, but I feel like it took time for you to realize quite how it was you had actually changed. We've got the Queen of Wands here, so divine counterpart to the King of Wands, how you're feeling at the minute. This is in the very, very recent past. So it's here she's considering, do I take action or do I not? But remember that the Queen of Wands takes no nonsense and is very, very good at manifesting, as is the King of Wands. He can act decisively as and when necessary. This is clarified by the Judgment card. So all court cards and major arcana for this bit that you've just been through. That you're coming out of the tail end of. There's a present line that goes through the spread, and this is touching that present line. But this is something that is, you're wrapping up the final details of it, so to speak. But it's clarified by the moon. So there is that element of spirituality and magic in there. But there's also the element of, hang on a minute, I've changed. And it means I've noticed the world has changed around me. Where the hell am I? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? And that you are seeking some guidance, and that guidance is finally coming through for you, giving you the mission that you need to surge ahead with, because you've got all this energy to go forward, but it's, I don't necessarily think that this new project is related to your transformation. I feel like your transformation has occurred and then this new project has come up. Unrelated, but it is the new you doing this project, not the old you, so to speak. Or you're seeing an opening to utilize this new you that you have. And as I say, you've been noticed, but it seems very much Ace of Stones, again, that firm new beginning. So Ace of Pentacles here, Ace of Stones here. Are you being nurtured by somebody who is not really letting you see that they've noticed how well you are doing? Or vice versa, you are nurturing someone and you're not letting them know how well you think they are doing. You know, remember, roles can be reversed. But I rather think it's the former. because you are, the period that you're going into is the Hanged Man, clarified by the Hanged Man, and then underlying all of that, the Magician. So there is a period of confusion, of delays, of waiting, of wisdom being delivered to you in ways that you initially don't understand. It's like, what? But all these facts that are coming to you, that are already coming to you, file them away, pay attention. It's almost like those, you know, when you've got a decision coming up and you get all the facts and you get overwhelmed by the facts and you go, all right, I'm going to sleep on it. So it's almost like the advice here is sleep on it, because you are going to get guidance to see Hierophant here. So whatever options are in front of you, certainly this looks mainly career wise, but I'm going to say more activity wise than just career, just, you know, just in case. Yeah, I'm hedging my bets, but no, it's doing. It's not necessarily getting paid for doing, but it's not necessarily not getting paid for doing, but it is definitely a doing. And there is, so we have the Three of Mirrors here out of the Chrysalis Tarot. Beautiful card, and it's the Lion and the Lamb together. So almost like there is an option that you are taking that is having an element of peacemaking, having an element of moving forward while bringing two forces together that wouldn't normally be working in concert with one another. And your transformation is not finished. We've got the Judgment card here as well. So you've started this transformation, so that'll explain this confusion of what am I doing, where it's almost like this project is something that is keeping you occupied while you finish this personal transformation. But there is a wonderful amount of magic with this transformation for you. There's a wonderful amount of finding out where your abilities that you've kept quiet so far can be used for the greatest effect. And I've got the voice in my mind saying the greatest dramatic effect, but that is a solo journey. Even though other people have, like I say, have recognized you, it is a solo journey, but it has broken you out of this period where you felt like you had to defend everything. This transformation that came around was because you were trying to defend everything, because life had started moving incredibly fast recently, and I feel that there were certain things where Queen of Swords here, so there's things that you're cutting out, but I almost feel like she's fake. That there was the feeling of, if it was cutting something out, it's like the day later you think, oh, damn, I didn't mean to do that. Or that there is some lies there that you instantly believed, and then 1 or 2 days down the road went, idiot, what was I thinking? How is that true? That logic chain does not hold up. And you and then you stepped back from whatever that situation was, going, no, I'm going to work on myself, thank you very much, and I'm going to work by myself, thank you very much. And you surged forward with that, not with the confidence that these lies had been told to you with, but nevertheless, you were planning and going, right, no, I'm going to change this. I'm definitely going to work towards something new, even if you weren't knowing what that something new was. And the truth of the matter is, right now, you still don't know what that something new is. You're in that process of transformation, waiting for that something new to come. But it is going to involve bringing together two disparate parties that normally wouldn't even necessarily be associated with one another, never mind work together. That if they were associated with one another naturally, they would naturally be antagonistic to one another, but they're not naturally associated with one another, so that's never necessarily coming up. So you're bringing these two elements together and enabling them to work together, because let's face it, you've had to do plenty of work on your own in the past. You've taken the burden on of bringing disparate parties together, or disparate energies, or disparate fields even. You know, sort of, I'm trying to think of a good example, but like bringing two completely different disciplines together, like suddenly fixing an engine with macrame. You know, okay, you're not going to fix an engine with macrame, but you see what I mean about the difference between the two things. And you did have a moment of realization of going, okay, yeah, this is working and this is not working. And it's like, in the past, the world wasn't quite ready for what you was putting forward. But you can do this again, learning from what the world wasn't ready for you to put forward beforehand. Because all said and done, you were doing it on your own last time, and you may have found that you wandered off from it. But that's mainly because it's not that you lost faith in it at all. It's that you had to put it to one side because circumstances around you had changed so fast, and something had been unleashed, possibly by your actions or by someone close to you, that needed to be dealt with, and that sucked away the time that you had for what you had been working at. So it's almost, and when I say sucked away the time, I'm thinking more years than hours. You know, several months, several years. You know, because all of a sudden it was like, oh, but I was going to do that, but the last 3 years I've just been so busy and I never got round to it. Looks like now's the chance, but you're going to be doing it differently, and hence that explains that nervousness I felt with that Knight of Swords wherever I saw him. Oh, it's up here. Because, yeah, it's been so long since I've touched this. Can I really, really do it? Now, somebody around you is saying, yeah, it's a lot of work and do you really want to do it? And they're putting up obstacles in your way. But curiously, some of their insights are going to be really useful. So while you're in this double hanged man period, I could call the reading that, couldn't I? Double hanged man period. Yeah, that'll bring viewers. While you're in that double hanged man period, some of the criticisms that are launched at you by someone who is dead set against whatever it is that you're trying to do, by the looks of this, they have some validity. They will serve as inspiration where you can go, okay, I won't do that then. I'll do this instead. Or I'll do it this way instead. Or I'll go to, you're right, that particular supplier is useless, I'll use this other one that's closer to home and locally sourced. Or, do you know what I mean? So when there is someone who is nagging at you and going, don't do this because this will go wrong, and this and this and this and this, do listen to them. Don't listen to them in the way of, yeah, you're right, I'm not going to do it. But do listen to their criticisms, because you may find yourself going, yeah, you're right, there's a better way to do it. Not that you're not going to do it, just there's a better way to do it. That's what I could call the reading. That's better, isn't it, than double hangman. There's a better way. But it is very much something that you are working with on your own here. But I too feel that, I know these are all 9 of Pentacles, and I'm not getting that rebirth element, but I am getting a very, very slight Nine of Cups vibe, as in wish fulfillment, but not from any outside source. This is what you are trying to build will come about. It will be wish fulfillment through your own efforts. You wanted a house, you built it, there you go, wish fulfilled, you built it. So this is through your own elements, but there is that element of joy with it. There's that element of, I didn't realise this will go as well as this once you get moving. But as your transformation, as you finally get to the point of your transformation into this, I'm going to say, I think this transformation is quite personal. So it could be as mundane as a fitness regime, or as mundane as you have embarked probably already on a course of study, and by the end of this course of study you're realizing that you are thinking differently in so many different ways that actually this is a new you, and you're not sure where this new you is going to take you. But there is that certain voice inside that is going, go for it, go with it, but remember that you are there to be a peacemaker, and there's only so much that you can magic out of nothing. So do pay attention to those droplets of sage wisdom that come from spirit and people, basically. And I do feel that you'll probably get more wisdom from people who are further removed from the situation, and lots of one-off comments, you know, and they'll just say something and then you're probably not going to see them again for another 3 months. But that one sentence that you said that they said will stick in your mind going, yeah, I can work with that, or yeah, they're right, I need to do something about that. That's an area that I need to examine further. If you stick on that path, it's looking good. Knave of Cups, the Sun, happy, happy, joy, joy. And here is your rebirth. So 9 of Wands, so nearly there. You know, your Wounded Warrior card, or your Exhausted, nearly at the finish line card. But it's a red-headed woman with a circle of flame around her, balancing on one of the wands. 9 for me is a number of rebirth, and a red-headed woman with flame around her normally translates as Phoenix of the X-Men. So, you know, it's definitely that whole rebirth image that's coming through on that card quite strongly, especially since, where is it? You had that Phoenix card down here, that process that you are going through. Oh no, here we are. So that's giving you beautiful. Again, the Justice card again. This seems to be a theme. It was all in my solar degree reading today, the Justice card. 3 of them turned up. That you can surge ahead and put pay to criticism and put pay to opposition, as long as you are keeping the faith at the moment. Bear in mind, Hierophant here, and the Hierophant was somewhere around here as well, was it? Here? Yeah. So there is very much an element of, just with all these one-off sentence wisdom things that are coming in, I imagine that a lot of these sentences, a lot of these comments will show you what is wrong, but you need to be able to identify what is right, what it is that you feel morally sound with doing. Hopes and fears, that nothing is really going to change, and that it's all going to be the same old, and that the vision that you are slowly creating at the moment has been a lie to you. But I think that It's not going to be the same old, same old. I love this death card. It feels really, really vibrant. And even though it's a skeleton there, he feels full, you know, solid. You're not looking for external gurus, but you will have information coming to you that will assist you, but it won't be from just one source. Like I say, multiple throwaway sentences from a variety of people here. And the Emperor and the Hierophant, which I think is a beautiful ending. So you've got to stick to what you are believing is right. And that's the whole reason for this rebirth and the whole reason for this Hanged Man period, because it's going to enable you to question what is right in a way that is effective for you and gets you good answers back. Like I say, the energy is gaining momentum. We've got beginnings. We've got the Angel of Power. So it's almost like you are being thrown into a situation or an area of the world, a field of expertise where you can set things right. But to be able to set things right, you first have to be able to see how things are wrong. And this is either a new area of expertise for you, so it's going to take you time to get used to it, or you need a new way of seeing to see how things are wrong. So, a lot of work, but this, keep the faith. In all of this, keep the faith. That's what I'm thinking is the most important point here. So, if this means anything to you, Virgo, comment down below. I gave you the like, share, subscribe speech. Please do all of that. And your next readings will be the full moon readings. All right, good luck. Cheers.